Hello and welcome back to your mat and for this week's Yoga Bite. This one's going to be all about flexibility, not only in your body but also in how you deal with things in life. You may hear some background noise. I got a stream right behind me, so that may be what you might be hearing in the video, so just to let you know. So for today's quote, this is by Bruce Lee. Notice that the stiffest tree is most easily cracked, while the bamboo or willow survives by bending with the wind. So keep that in mind throughout today's Yoga Bite. So go ahead and come to a simple cross-legged seated position. And we're just going to start with some simple neck rolls. So go ahead and inhale and sit up nice and tall. And go ahead and roll your neck over to the right. Roll it down gently to the center. Up to the left. Back carefully. And around to the right. And let's do this 3 more times this direction. Down the center, to the left, to the back. Very carefully, moving carefully, slowly. Just warming up the neck a bit. And let's come back up to center, looking forward. And now we'll go the other direction. So to the left, go ahead and dip your neck to the left. Roll it to the center. Back over to the right. Back behind you carefully. And let's do this 2 more in this direction. Gently rolling the neck, just waking that up. And come back up to center and looking forward. And from here, just go ahead and again, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Shrug your shoulders up, drop them back behind you, roll them forward, and back up. So just a few rolls this direction. Really open and loosen those shoulders up a bit. 1 more. And now drop them back down. And now we're going to raise them back up, drop them forward, back around, behind, back up, and go rolling in this direction for a few. And come back to center. All right, from here, now we're going to do just go ahead and interlace your fingers, and then we're just going to bring out the wrist in front of us, rise them up overhead for a quick stretch here, reaching up out of your pelvis, stretching, reaching for the sky. Exhale, let that go, and then just bring your wrist in front of you and roll those in circles a little bit. So this is just going to help with the mobility of these joints, of your neck, your shoulder, and your wrist joints, which will also help with your flexibility. And roll in the other direction. The thing that you will find when you can be flexible in your body and your mind, stop that for a moment, we'll do a twist. Go ahead and bring your left hand to your left knee, your right hand behind you, and just do a simple twist to the right. When you can be flexible in your body and your mind, it helps you deal with challenges in life so you're able to better adapt to whatever may come your way. And that does require some flexibility, some adaptability. And exhale, come back to center, and we'll go to the other direction. So right hand to the left knee, left hand behind you. Sit up nice and tall. So when you can be flexible in what may be coming your way, it helps you be resourceful and creative in finding solutions to life's many challenges that might come your way. And exhale and release and come back. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and come on to all fours. And we're going to go into what is lizard pose. So from here, go ahead and from all fours, go ahead and step that right foot forward and bring it out to the right-hand side of your mat. So a big step forward, so not your normal stance. And from here, we're just going to kind of hinge forward, hinge, let those hips drop a bit. You can stay upright on your hands, because for this one right now, we're not super warm. This is just a quick yoga bite. So we're going to stay more upright. If you're warmer, if you've done another workout or you've done more yoga poses, you could always come down into a block with your forearms or come down on your forearms. But again, we're going to sit more upright today. So this is called lizard pose. And this one it can be intense, but it really can help open you up more and give you a little bit more flexibility. And you can also rock back and forth if you'd like to. Sometimes moving around helps so you're not all static. And you'll find that another benefit of flexibility, I'm going to stay here for just a moment longer, is it can help to increase your circulation, and it can also decrease your risk of injury. and it can help improve your balance. So flexibility is not just about, can you do the splits? I can't do the splits, but it's not just about doing these crazy poses or whatever to be flexible. It's about, flexibility is a lot more than just how open are your hamstrings. It really can help with a lot of things in life. So go ahead and bring your right leg back. Now let's step our left foot forward and do the same thing. So bring that left foot out to the side as much as you can. And then just go ahead and drop forward as much as you can. So you can stay more upright. If you find this to be really intense, then stay more upright. You could back off that. If you really want to, go ahead and drop into that hip. Drop that right hip forward. And really just lean into this one. So again, keep in mind that flexibility will help with your blood circulation, reduce risk of injury, and help with your balance. So there's a lot of reasons to want to stay flexible. And as we get older, we lose flexibility unless we work to keep it. So we're just going to stay here for another moment, breathing into this pose. I know it can be a little bit intense, but it's a great way to really get open up into that hip and pelvis area. One more breath here. And then from there, go ahead and come back to all fours. And now we're just going to plop back down and sit back down here. I'm going to stay low at our mat today. And from here, we're going to stretch the left foot out long on the mat. Bring that right leg in. And you can have it wherever you want. It could be further out if you'd like, or you can bring it in. Or if you really want to, you can have it more like in a tree pose where your bottom of the sole of your foot is on the upper thigh. So if you can bring it more in toward the groin area, that's great. But if you can't, that's fine. Go ahead and find your variation. So from here, sit up nice and tall. And now exhale, and we're going to twist, turn over that left leg, and now just come forward any amount. Now, if you have a belt or a strap nearby, you could always loop this and then come forward. And you're really going to feel this in your hamstrings. So go ahead and bend forward any amount that you are able to. You can stay up on your hands, whatever feels best. You'll also find if you have a flexible attitude, you tend to stay calmer in your mind and your body when things do happen that you're not expecting. Another breath or two here, breathing deep into your belly. And exhale and let that go. Come back up. And now we're going to stretch the leg out to the other side. So go ahead and bring that right leg out to the right. Your left leg is now bent in, so it can be more of a tree pose if you'd like, or up in the groin area. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, turn over that right leg, and now go ahead and bend forward any amount. Again, you could use a strap. You can stay more upright. If you're really flexible, you can grab a hold of the feet. Whatever feels best. Some nice deep belly breaths in and out. Get nice and deep into your belly. And really feel that stretch along your hamstrings. You can always stay more upright if you have really tight hamstrings. And with any of these poses and all these yoga bites, these are all places you can start. And if you have time, stop the video and stay in a pose longer if there's one that really resonates with you. So these are just little tidbits you can take. You want to come all the way back up. And then I'm just going to show you quickly just on one side because we are running out of time and I want to keep this short. But something you can really do for your hamstrings. And I've done another video like this before, so I'll just show you again though. But this is a great thing you could do. You could do this daily. A couple minutes on each side and be done. Lay back on your back. And we're going to go ahead and loop up, if you have a strap, loop up that right leg and bring it up to the sky. And if you're really tight, the key would be here is to leave this left leg bent. If you're a little bit more open, then you can have it stretched out. Or over time, you can stretch it out. Bring that leg up toward the sky and hold it here for a little bit. So, find a timer and set it for like 30 seconds or 5 breaths. And then the next thing you could do is now bring it out to the right. So bring both ends of the strap into your right hand and bring your right leg out to the right-hand side. And you can stay here again, 30 seconds, 5 breaths. And then you can come back up. And then lastly, if you're feeling it, you can go ahead and stretch that leg out and you could bring the right leg across you to the left, any amount. So it doesn't matter, it can be more further up or it can come all the way down. And again, stay here for 30 seconds, 5 breaths or so. and then you can come back up, and then you would just do the other leg. So that is something I really highly recommend if you really have tight hamstrings, because that can cause lower back issues if you have tight hamstrings. So that is a great tool, and I will link to the other video I did before that shows you that more in depth. Hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for joining me, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.